Thanks for purchasing the DIY Coffin Box kit. Before we begin assembly, let's make sure we have all the required materials. You should have 4 coffin-shaped pieces, one of which is nested in the other, 2 long wall pieces and 4 short wall pieces, and 2 eye holes. The eye holes can be added to your design or can be used as color testers. You'll also notice a small marking on each of the wall pieces. This is to show which side faced up during the cut. You'll want to make sure these all face the same direction during assembly, as color materials can look slightly different based on the side used, especially if you are using ink or alcohol ink colors. Additionally, you'll need glue to assemble the lid, any kind will do, and optionally a small piece of sandpaper to smooth out the tabs and add a weathered aesthetic to your box if desired. First, let's dry fit all of the pieces together. Paints and inks can cause the wood to swell, so we want to dry fit the pieces to loosen up the joints and make final assembly easier. Take all 4 walls and attach them to the base, making sure all of the markings face into the box. Then, take the hollow coffin piece, carefully attach each tab, starting from the bottom and going around the box. Take your time, as rushing this step could cause you to crack or splinter the tabs or holes. I find it best to wiggle the walls as I go instead of forcing the frame down onto them. Optionally, you can choose to sand down the tabs now for a sleek finish, or leave them as is to add extra dimension to your piece. We'll go over sanding a little later in the video. Next, let's assemble the lid. I recommend coloring the inner lid ahead of time, as it can be difficult to paint after assembly. The cut line shows you how much needs to be colored in. Once dry, remove the hollow coffin piece and align it with the back of the lid. Add a little bit of glue to the top and bottom as shown, and then add the second piece onto the lid. Ensure that your edges are still aligned and allow time to dry based on the glue used. From here, you can disassemble the box to color each piece individually, or keep it assembled and paint it as a whole. If you're using alcohol ink or similar coloring material, I strongly recommend using the eyeballs as a color test. The wood has a light sealant from manufacturing that protects the surface but can react unpredictably with alcohol, resulting in a pattern you did not intend. While it's never ruined a project for me, it does sometimes require an extra coat of color to smooth out the finish. From here, we can call the box done, but what if we want to remove the tabs from the top and bottom? Keep your sandpaper on a flat surface and rub the box back and forth until all the tabs are smooth. This ensures that the top of the box stays flat and there are no gaps around the lid. Then, flip over and do the same to the bottom. Please note that doing this after coloring will give you a weathered effect, whereas sanding before color keeps the finish pristine. If you know that you will not want the tabs, you can sand them after dry assembly. If you decide you want the weathered effect later on, you can always sand them again once you're done. And with that, your box is complete. Thanks for watching, and check out more of our DIY crafts at perspectivestudios.us. See you next time.